Welcome to CSC Adventures. I'm Nate.
I'm Rochelle.
I'm Mackenzie. I'm Jason. I'm Brooklyn.
And this is our boat, 5 Short. Join our family of 5 as we create memories and explore California on our 2001 Bayliner 2655.
Well, are you ready?
Let's put it in.
What are we doing?
We are going to a mooring ball tonight, and then tomorrow morning, nice little 30-mile jaunt to Catalina.
I got the same feeling. Mommy.
Go potty.
Nice. Real life.
All right, we have arrived. We are at Cabrillo Beach up in Long Beach. This is our first kind of far distance trip. So we left San Diego around 1:30. It's now about 4:20, so it took us about 3 hours to get from San Diego up to Long Beach. We are putting the boat in now. Our plan tonight is to do a mooring ball, which will be our first time on a mooring ball. And if all goes well, we're gonna head out tomorrow and head over to Catalina. So we'll see how it goes.
All right.
First mooring was a success. We got the rope the first try. I did. That was my job. And it was a little more rocky than I was expecting, but we all slept great. We had muffins for breakfast this morning, and now we are leaving the mooring. It's actually right here behind us, and we are going to try and venture off to Catalina. So wish us luck, and we'll see how it goes.
do you?
Did we go to Catalina?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice little boat ride over.
And
Just nice and calm, calmer than going out on San Diego Bay.
Bubba?
That's a fact.
Is Bubba? Yeah.
Let's go hike.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Well, how'd you do?
Put me down. Put me down.
Go sit next to mine.
Well, we made it to Catalina. Yay, yay. We got a mooring for 2 nights and we had lunch and now we're exploring the island and we're going on a little hike around the edge here.
It's coming. That one's coming for us.
Is there a boat that's coming in?
Yeah. Let me go back. Are we going to Catalina?
Nope.
We're not finished. Wait, right here. Percy, no, honey.
No. I lost the key. What do you think the other side of the one? What do you think the other side of the
You. Are you all wet?
Yeah.
How high was the water? Can you stand up? How much water did you get into?
That and I did that.
All wet from here down.
float. All right, here we go. Did you drop a shell? I didn't see anything. Yeah. Did you see me go down? Yeah, that's just a shell. Yeah.
So this is probably one of the worst nights of sleep I've ever had on a boat, ever. So we're on Juliet 23. It's 2 a.m. and I'm getting seas from the cove. They're hitting me kind of like on my starboard quarter, so I moved the stern line over. So now we're taking the swells straight from astern and just kind of rocky. I've sailed over 70,000 miles and I've never had problems sleeping in them except for this time. I think it's because they're so fast and short between swells that you just don't get in that rhythm that you can fall asleep to. These are just so short and fast that by the time one hits you, you settle, another one just hits you. Also, yesterday when we came out, it was real foggy and we couldn't see Catalina until we were about halfway. But tonight it looks like the fog is cleared because I could see Long Beach, I could see all the cranes from Long Beach Harbor, and you can see the glow of LA from here. I don't know if you'll be able to see it on camera though. Also here in Isthmus Cove, it's really dark. There's not much of building lights that are on shore. And here in the mooring, a lot of the boats are not lit, so it's extremely dark through here. I know it's a mooring and it's not a requirement to have a light on, but I just have a $6 AA lantern from Walmart that I have on low power that I'm just gonna keep on tonight. As you can see, there are a lot of really nice boats out here that don't have any lights on them, and I want to have all that money wrapped up in my boat to just have somebody run into it, so I have a light on tonight. Alright, I think I finally got the boat figured out with the mooring lines, and I think the boat finally calmed down to where I can get some sleep tonight, where right now it's actually really peaceful and tranquil, and maybe 2:30 in the morning, but this is kind of one of my favorite times.
was my first time.
So today we're exploring the south end of Two Harbors. Here, this is Two Harbors campground. Real nice campsite. It oversees Isthmus Cove. To the south side of Isthmus Cove. Here you can see the campground. And there's a jet ski tour that I don't know if they come in or they this is where they're out of. It's real pretty. Catalina Express coming in. We all made it here with very minimal winding. Can you show me your boo-boos? Just like that. Yeah.
It's the middle finger.
Are you ready, Brooks?
Hairdo, like. Oh.
There we go. Ooh, does that feel better now?
Oh, better!
Yay.
We got a little bit of a skirt left.
Brooks, don't get wet. Nope.
No, she ran. I don't like that. Can I chase her? Do I take this shoes off? I'm going to
Jason, you gotta take your shoes off.
Too far. No.
Now did you get this here? Oh, Mom, if you get up to her head. I don't care.
Brooklyn, what happened? So did everybody have fun today? You did? Whose feet hurt the most? I would say Jason. I had to carry him.
So he says.
So he said. Got a free ride out of it. So.
I got up. I have something
Yeah,
to
you don't.
take.
You're too big. You don't get picked up anymore.
Yeah.
Hopefully tonight's rocking is a little bit better. The kids slept really good through it. Grown-ups, not so much. Even the sailor wasn't sleeping very well. So.
Surprised by that.
Yeah, me too. It's a different rock.
Ta-da!
It's a different.
Ta-da!
Anyway,
Ta-da!
Ta-da.
overall
I'm
successful
gonna
day.
show them. I'm gonna show them. Hi.
Like hold. Oh, you got me. Oh, good cast. Oh, what happened?
Sorry.
Put it in weird spots.
No. Oh, reel in, Brooks.
Gotta wait for the fish.
Oh, you gotta wait for the fish?
Yeah.
Good call.
Pretty good about fishing.
All right, wrapping a few things up on our Catalina trip to Isthmus Cove. We're going to go over some things we saw that'll help either us out in the future or other people that are going to make the trip either on a boat or if they're going to come out on the ferry. First one is checklists. Hey, make sure you have everything before you leave the house. That includes small things like sunglasses, a hat, or even like a charger for like any other device. Next is weather. Make sure you have good weather if you're going to be making the crossing. So we crossed with 1.5 foot swells that are between 9 and 11 seconds. That made it very comfortable for our 22 knot cruise on our way out from Long Beach to Catalina. For mooring availability, we gave them a call and they said show up and just radio to them on channel 9. And they had availability. So what I'm kind of noticing is throughout the week it's fairly light, so it looks like there's availability. Like you can just show up and just say how many days you want to stay, and then they'll come out, take your credit card information, and that's pretty much it. As for a dinghy, they have a dinghy dock, but they do also have what's the pickup called, like
The shore boat service.
the shore boat service. $5 for an adult, one way. Do bring cash, so you can cover that. Fuel. Isthmus Cove does have fuel, but looking at fuel prices, gasoline is $6.50, and then diesel is $6. For pump out and water, they have pump out services. It's long enough that you can be on either side of the dock to get water, but it is on the side that's closer to the shore. So do pull up, and that's where you can get your pump out and water. We didn't have to fill up our water, we just had to pump out one time. Oh, and do make sure that if the Catalina Express or the Cyclone is at the dock, do not come to the dock at those times for fuel or water pump out. For picking up a mooring, these moorings will will connect you in 2 spots. So the first one will have a buoy that'll be connected to the front line, and then there will be a weighted line that's along the bottom that you'll pull up, and then that'll go to the other end of your vessel. The moorings were a little bit rocky, so if you're one of those that gets a little woozy or like a little seasick, do take Dramamine. Get ahead of that. The kids were really resistant. They slept all throughout the night, didn't have any problems. And position the boat into the swells. You can move the moorings on either the port bow or starboard bow just to get that heading right into the swells. Repositioning the boat, you can do that while you're at the mooring. Just take into consideration things like wind and tension on the lines. Shore services. Two Harbors does have a general store that's pretty well stocked, but do expect to spend some money if you do forget some items. Looking at the prices, they're about 3 times as much.
It would be no different than going to a resort and getting a gallon of milk from a general store there. I mean,
yeah,
it's a little more pricey, but it's not unreasonable if you do need to use it. They have lots of convenient foods like frozen stuff and fresh produce and things like that.
Yeah, souvenirs, hats, t-shirts, sweatshirts. They had they do have hotel rooms that are here, but do expect resort prices on those. For 2 people, it was going to be $470 a night. All right, so we're all wrapped up. We're going to be heading out. Looks like the water is nice and flat, very minimal wind, very minimal swells. Looks like we're going to be taking about 1 foot swells from the east on our way back. So we have about a 20-mile jaunt to Long Beach, and then we'll put her on the trailer and going home.